We are here this morning to celebrate some really exciting new partnerships that we are forming around our district literacy effort, the effort named Owensboro Reads. We launched Owensboro Reads about a year ago, and the initiative has been successful beyond our wildest expectations. One of the elements of Owensboro Reads has been a 30-minute-a-day reading challenge that we initiated right before summer vacation, and that program has been featured all around, picked up in media outlets all around the United States and even by the Times of London. So go figure, 30 minutes a day. Read for 30 minutes a day. Exceedingly simple. Another element of that has been our summer reading camp, which we had funded by the Public Life Foundation of Owensboro, and that has also, after its first year of implementation, been very successful in identifying readers who will typically experience what educators call the summer slide, where their reading scores, because they're not involved in school, because they're not reading every day, their scores tend to slide through the summer. And then it takes them probably from August to October just to pick up where they left off in May. So the camp that we sponsored and the PLFO sponsored with us was very successful in helping us stave off that summer slide for the students that were identified. Before we move ahead, because those aspects of Owensboro Reads have been so successful, I want to just spend a minute, because this is a district-wide literacy effort. We have with us the two co-chairs of that literacy effort, Janie Mosley, where's Janie, all the way in the back, and Elaine Winstead. Janie's the principal of Faust Elementary, and Elaine is a curriculum director here and works with our high school. And of course we have our members of the Owensboro Board of Education, three of which are here today. Our chair, John Blaney, our vice chair, Kate Lozon, and our immediate past chair, Nancy Eskridge. Without the support of those groups and all the principals of the school district that are here, if you're a principal, please just raise your hand. We've got several of them here representing our early grades all the way through our high school. So without the support of those folks, this initiative would not be as successful as it's been. So today, we're here to look at another fundamental aspect of this literacy effort, and that's how we engage the community outside of our schools and inside of our schools to promote reading, promote literacy, the availability of literacy materials, and most importantly, just having adults spend a little time with students reading. Again, simple. That's the focus of the partnerships that we're going to announce. So joining us today are representatives from 6 financial institutions, I think we have 5 here today, that have pledged to spend some time and resources to support this effort. Each institution is adopting our preschool and all 5 of our elementary schools. By adopting these schools, these banks and financial institutions will supply volunteers to the school. They will come and read on a regular basis and be there, be an adult outside business face in the school. But they also will support the purchase of little libraries, little free libraries that will be installed in every one of our elementary schools and our preschool, as well as our middle school sites. These are kiosks that will hold books at each school, and the idea is that when you take a book, you leave a book. You go to coffee shops, you go to bookstores, and you see these little book exchanges. We'll have these outside of every one of our schools, thanks to the generosity and the support of these financial institutions that are adopting our schools today. So I'll introduce the folks that are here and indicate which school they're adopting. The Evansville Federal Teachers Credit Union, represented today by Brooke Youngman. They are adopting Hager Preschool. Republic Bank, represented today by Shirley Cecil. They will adopt Newton Parish. First Security Bank, represented today by Amy Jackson. Amy. And they will adopt Sutton. Old National Bank, represented today by Wade Jenkins. It's Wade. And they're adopting Cravens. Independence Bank, not represented today, will adopt Estes. And U.S. Bank, represented today by Fred May, will adopt Faust. First thing, I want to thank each of you for being willing to be in the school. The financial consideration is certainly important, but we also value your time. And on behalf of the students that are here today, and if you're a student, please stand up and let's recognize our students that have come here today. We have students from... Don't go anywhere because we're going to want you all in some pictures, okay? We have students from Estes and Owensboro Middle School South Campus. You guys can sit down. Thank you all for coming today. And I'm sure that they're excited. We're excited looking outside at the snow, but I'm excited because it's quit snowing.
58 minutes is what it said.
Got it to a T. Another core partner that I'd like to recognize is the Davis County Public Library, and they're represented today by Jim Blanton. And in a few minutes, I'm going to have Jim say a few words about some of the work that the library is going to be doing with us. What you're seeing today is certainly just to scratch the surface of this. Jim has been a co-chair along with Rodney Berry of our community outreach efforts through our literacy work. And we're working on several exciting ideas, but the little library initiative, which will provide these kiosks, is something that Jim brought to us early on through this literacy work and said we need to try to provide a presence on every school location in the Owensboro Public Schools. So I'm excited with the help of the financial institutions that we're going to be able to do that. We also are going to be working on several other initiatives. Jim may elaborate on a few of those. Our last partner, who also couldn't join us today, is Bob Morris, the publisher of the Owensboro Messenger-Enquirer. Keith Lawrence is representing the Messenger-Enquirer in a different capacity today, but certainly having a strong, active, and high-quality community newspaper is a cornerstone of the literacy level of any community. And we're blessed to have a good one here in Owensboro on the Messenger-Enquirer. They will be providing a newspaper for every student on a weekly basis in Owensboro Middle School. They're going to provide the Wednesday edition, which is the edition that has the community section that has the pictures of kids. But certainly one of the most important habits that we believe students need to learn is that daily habit of reading the newspaper. Middle school is a perfect time to put a newspaper in a student's hand. It's not just about literacy and the ability to read and write, but it's also understanding what's going on in the community and the world and fully understanding the civic role that a newspaper plays in the life of the community. And so students, we hope, middle school students that are here today, we hope that edition of the Messenger-Enquirer that you read every week will help unlock that world for you a little bit as we go along. So we're incredibly thankful to live in a community where businesses support education to the extent that they do, and I hope that these exciting partnerships will show residents how important literacy is in our world. So I'm going to first ask Jim Blanton from the Davis County Public Library to come up and say a few words on behalf of his task force and on behalf of his institution.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here, and I just have to say kudos to Nick for making all of this happen, because really when he approached me about doing the literacy task force, it was just like a bolt of lightning. I was just so excited to hear that he was doing this, and I was thrilled on behalf of the library to be a part of that. And it's been, like Nick said, a really wonderful success so far, and I think it's been moving along just terrifically. A little bit about what we'll be doing. The Little Free Libraries that Nick mentioned, one of the things that's so important that we've discovered as part of our recent strategic planning process at the library, and also through this process with the Literacy Task Force, is how important that access is to materials. Not everyone comes through our doors. A lot of folks do, but it's really hard for some people to get to the library. And these Little Free Libraries have kind of been on our radar for a while. And it's so exciting to see it happening as part of this project, because it means that literally there will be libraries throughout the community that will be replenished on a continual basis that people can have access to. That if they can't come to the library for whatever reason, they can have access to books. And as Nick alluded to with the summer slide, one of the difficulties in summer reading is getting those books into the hands of children, because so much gets lost during that period if you don't supply the books to the children and have that reading continue throughout the summer. And that's another way these Little Free Libraries can really make a difference in our community. And what we're going to do with the school is obviously help supply those books. Reading is near and dear to our hearts, and we want to make sure that we get those books in the hands of children. And all the members of our community can use these. Another piece that we're going to be working on with Nick is to make sure that every child in the community has a library card, and there'll be more details coming forward shortly on that, but that's another piece of that access puzzle, is making sure that the children can get access to the books that we have in our collection, and also the little free libraries, of course. And that's something we're very excited about, and something we're dedicated to, and want to make sure that happens in the next year. So that's where we are at this point, and I just can't say enough about how excited we are to be partnering with the schools and being a part of making all this happen. And I just want to say thanks again to Nick for including us and making us a part of that challenge and that opportunity. Thank you.
I also want to recognize that this initiative is going through the high school, but our high school is the next door neighbor of the library, and the Messenger Inquirer already graciously provides us with an ample copies of their edition at the high school. So we effectively have the Messenger Inquirer in the secondary schools now that we'll have this partnership, and certainly we'll also continue to look for other connections and other partnerships. And once again, let me say thank you to those of you that are here and to all those that have been willing to participate. I do want to let any financial institution that wants to just say anything, don't feel like you have to, but if anybody feels like you want to say something, we'd love to have you join us.
Well, Republic Bank is real excited about giving back to the neighborhood. We're going to be in our neighborhood at Newton Parish, so we're real excited about that. As a grandmother of 4 that are in Owensboro City Schools, I realized how important, and Mark Gentry, our personal banker, has a 1-year-old that will be in city schools, so he's real excited about helping in this endeavor too. So we're proud to be a sponsor.
Fred.
20 minutes or less? I guess I'm a grandpa too, with grandkids in the public system. Where's my Faust partner? All right, I'll catch you right after the program. When Nick gave me a call, I immediately said yes. We've got 2,400 employees, 2,400 households. So this is a marvelous opportunity for U.S. Bank to really create some nice leveraging effect here. And not only is raising the overall skills and the desire to read, but also telling our employees that supporting our public schools is a real big deal to affirm that important institution and the quality of our community. So we were delighted, and we'll bring all 24 households around.
Great.
With Evansville Teachers Credit Union, we got our start with teachers. I mean, it's in our name. So we're very excited to partner with the schools in another way to read to the children and get to know them and help with their development any way we possibly can. So we're just really excited about giving back as well. Thank you.
At First Security Bank, your community bank that's here, we're really excited to be a part of our community with the Sutton Elementary and work on giving back. We have employees both in our corporate as well as our branch locations that are going to participate and make sure that not only are we having fun, but we're being a part of developing the most important part of our community, our kids who are going to be our future and make everything happen. So again, First Security is extremely excited to partner with Sutton, and we can't wait to do more. Thank you.
Well, I feel like I need to say something because all the other banks have, so I don't get outshined. As Nick coming in, am I supposed to say? Okay, does this come off so I can walk her? Sure. No, I got a lot to say now. You're last. No, Old National Bank is very proud to be a part of the community. One of our core values is community partnership, and we partner in a lot of different ways in this community. And when Nick came in along with Dave and asked us if we would be a part of it, I thought, if this is the toughest decision I have to make all day, this is great, because I was an immediate yes. So Old National is proud to be a part of this and look forward to working with the schools.